Okay, so today we're gonna talk about we're gonna give you a topic, and our topic is gonna be about how often do people in Macau go to China. So that's gonna be our topic today, and we're just gonna walk through the Venetian while we address this topic. So okay, let's get started. Go check out the room. Okay, I'm the content creator for this channel. If you like what I'm doing, just subscribe and hit the like button. So that's where we're going to be going. We're going to be walking towards the Venetian. We're in the Venetian. We're going to walk towards the Parisian. We're just going to kind of go through this lobby and talk about how often do people from Macau go to China. So this is a kind of a complicated one. Not too complicated, but I will say that it depends on your nationality. Should I start with me first or the locals? I guess I'll start with the Chinese Chinese Macau people. I think they probably go there pretty much all the time. I see Macau local people all the time in Zhuhai. So if I go over there and I seem like I run into them more over there than I see them over here, then I run into them over here. Maybe part of it is because we're all kind of funneled into the same spot in Zhuhai when we cross over through the immigration point, and then there's a lot of stuff right in that space. So that might be one of the reasons that I see so many. But I think in general, they have a more free reign to go back and forth. So I think that because of that, there's a higher amount of locals that will go to just check. Just kind of see what's all around here. Coming into this space. Okay. I'm gonna just make sure that we see everything while we're here too, so that you can benefit from being in the actual space. I don't like to. Sometimes people they talk about stuff, but they just put them face on the camera and that's it. But I kind of want you to have a visual thing, and then you can also listen to me speak as well. Okay, so basically Chinese go there all the time, and there's a lot of reasons they go there. So probably the biggest reason is because it's much cheaper. So you can do a lot of shopping there. You can go to restaurants. You can go to movies. It's also a slightly bigger city. So I think it's like 2.5 million people in the metro, whereas here it's we're going to be walking down this way in a little bit. Whereas in this particular city, it's 600,000 in Macau. Macau is definitely more international. So you got like Portuguese restaurant. You got so much cool stuff here that people in China are coming here all the time. So, but we're not talking about this direction. We're talking about that direction. But just in general, people come here because there's wine. Like the wine is very desirable for Chinese who like to drink wine. There's just a huge supply of it because of the Portuguese. They drink wine and just kind of tapped into. They know all the good wines. So Macau is just drenched with good wines. Let me get rid of this music for a second. So it's kind of cool right there, right? Actually, I'm kind of careful about that music because that can kill my entire narrative. So anyways, we're going to try to talk over that music a little bit, and then that we can drown it out a little bit. I don't know if it's possible. Sometimes they won't even let me upload a video if there's too much music on it. So very quickly, we'll just give you a scan of this, and then we're going to head down towards this Parisian. And this is kind of the no man's land of shops and a lot of music that might kill my video. Okay. So this sort of in between, there's MGM straight ahead. You can see it, that kind of Mickey Mouse-ish kind of light thing. And then there's Conrad, that's going to be part of the Londoner. And then this is part of Venetian. And I hope the music is soft enough that it won't kill my video. Sometimes I'll try to upload it, and then it'll be like completely. It won't let me upload it. Okay. So, anyways, this is kind of the walkway between the Parisian and the Venetian. And I don't want to take a risk with that music. Okay, little boutiques. Okay, let's get back into our topic. So I think we got rid of the music, and where we were. So where were we? So a lot of times people from China will come here because of wine, because of so international. It's so different for them. It's such a unique experience. There's all these casinos, but the list is pretty long. But there's also a lot of things that that Chinese in particular will go over there for. Anyways, if you're Chinese, there's just like there's just even a lot more, right, for a lot cheaper prices, and especially if you're gonna go to the cinemas and do all your basic stuff, where here it can be quite expensive. Probably be like half the price there, probably. So so that's like another reason that people might. So okay, let's go back to this one. We addressed the why Chinese might go there, and then we're going to talk about the foreigners. So there's kind of a big mix of different foreigners. I would say in general, most foreigners need a China visa, and getting a China visa can be very problematic. So for a lot of people, it's not something that they're going to do. So okay, right here's the Parisian. Let's just kind of capture this in the video right here. There you go. A little bit of music there. So I would say that probably most people. There's more music. I'm gonna. Perfect. I just walked out of here, so so that's basically. This is the Parisian right there. So that's where we were heading, but we had all the music, right? So then I was able to step out, and I'm just gonna continue and finish the video out here. But so anyways, I'll turn the camera around and kind of show you different stuff. So basically, it's kind of cool. This kind of pink building right there. There's some. This is a little smoking area that's kind of escape from that area. There's a swimming pool right there. So this is kind of a little space venue that's between all these casinos. There's Venetian right there, and then Parisian right here. So this is kind of the shared common grounds, I guess. Okay, so so those are some reasons that so Chinese might come here quite a bit to Macau. Sorry, Macau people might go to both ways, basically, for different reasons. Foreigners, a lot of foreigners don't have the visa, and for a lot of them, it's kind of expensive, and they might only get it for 3 months. But you know, if they're working here, you know, they might not have much opportunity. Like maybe they just can go over there on a Sunday. Some of them are like, oh, you know, like I have everything here that I need, and you know, over there it's just basically, you know, Chinese stuff at cheaper prices. I don't really need that. And actually, that's kind of true to some extent. I mean, it depends on what you're doing, you know. But yeah, like here's much more international. So, but then there's other ones. Like I'll give you my example. I'm from the United States, so I get a 10-year visa. So it's Americans are a little bit more apt to get the rights to, not the rights, but get the visa to go over there because it's 10 years. That could change at any time. So so for myself, I used to go there almost every Sunday, and I had some favorite restaurants. Actually, I have some films too from that time, so I can share that with you. Well, you can just look at my past stuff. Search for Zhuhai inside my channel. I can't go over there right now because of COVID, but I really enjoy going over there. So anyways, that's this is kind of this one space, and we're gonna go check it out. We're gonna walk into the Parisian, and hopefully the music isn't too loud, so that it feels a little bit less. So that's where we're at a minute ago. Now we're gonna be going up here. Eiffel Tower entrance. Okay. Okay, so we're coming into Eiffel Tower, into the Parisian. Anyways, so those are some reasons that, basically, you know, how often you go to China, it depends. I'll tell you what though, I'm kind of interested to go to some of the bars and nightlife over there and just kind of check it out, because there's a whole expat scene over there that's completely independent from ours. So, you know, here they're kind of, you see the same people usually, and you kind of know they're, you know, dancing water people, they're teachers, they're casino workers, they're, you know, kind of sometimes some of them are like restaurant owners, bar owners, and different stuff like that, Portuguese. So we kind of are familiar with our scene, but then Zhuhai, it's like a totally different world, and it's just a few kilometers away. So that's saying. So it's actually pretty interesting. Anyways, yeah, create some questions for me. I think I'm gonna end this video here. So we just kind of did that no man's land of between things. I think this is a good ending spot. She